Hi everybody, happy Monday, and I'm Diana Suko, the Pinup Chef, and welcome to my live little cooking show today. So I just wanted to talk to you guys for a little bit, um, introduce myself, what's going on, and what I'm going to be doing. So I've been cooking for a very long time, and I've also been cooking for other people, not necessarily doing catering, but kind of doing glamorous home cooking, bringing a little bit of nutrition and glamour to your everyday lives. And it's been fantastic. I'm also an actor, and we've had a really great ride. I'm very happy to be able to be doing what I love, being an artist. So anyways, through all of that, I just also wanted to share, because I want to bring you guys along the journey with me, that, sometimes there are ups and downs in life, and I've had a couple of, not setbacks, but had some stress. And while I was making sure that everyone else had their nutrition and good food going on, I started neglecting my own. And with the stress and all of that stuff, I have, as many of us have, women especially, put on some pounds. And it's something where I've been struggling with for a long time, and it's been hard for me because it's not something I've been used to seeing, and have all of these beautiful dresses that I haven't been able to wear in a long time. And, it's okay. I've been forgiving myself for what has gone on. Things happen in life. It's a learning experience, and hopefully what I'm doing, I can help share something with some other people. Hi, Lily. Nice to have you. Thank you for tuning in with me. So I'm just giving everyone a little idea of why I'm doing this. Aside from wanting to cook and find great recipes, like I was saying, I've sort of neglected myself, and the stress that I was going through, I am literally wearing it on my body. But it has also gotten to a place that with the doctors that it's unhealthy, and have gotten to a pre-diabetic stage. So this is not me. This is not how I want to live. And I am such an advocate for other people to take care of themselves and have good food, and it's time that I do it for myself. It's also interesting, the timing that of doing this, because I've started a wonderful self-worth sort of exploration with my fantastic business life mentor, Jen Lederer. So all the things that I'm going to be learning at self-worth that obviously I'm in need of, I'm going to be sharing it with you guys too, as well as fantastic food. I'm sorry you can't totally see the spread I have going out here, but I'm limited by my camera space. So there you go. And if I seem a little bit low energy today, I've not been feeling well. I almost came to a point where I thought I might not do this today, but the actor in me, the show must go on. So I put on my red lipstick, and here we are. And we're still it's gonna be great. So that's basically what I'm doing. I'm gonna take a deep breath right now while I tell you where my weight has gotten up to. I have got up to 225. Not something I'm saying easily, but I want to be honest and share with you guys, because I know I'm not alone. I have lost 2 pounds, so I'm 223 now, since I've really been starting to watch what I'm doing. One of the first things, at least for me, is getting sugar out. I couldn't cold turkey go from one thing to another, because I know already how I do, and I go really gung-ho, and then sort of can set myself up to sabotage because I went too hard, too fast. And so for right now, it's getting the sugar out and making sure that I absolutely at all times have food prepared for myself, because that's really where thanks. That's really where I've noticed that I can stay focused, is if I prepare my food. So I want to try to help you guys too. Now, you gotta cook a little bit. I'm trying to make this like really easy that other people can do, but a little bit of cooking is important because you have to be able to see what you're doing with your food, control how much salt or sugar or the ingredients, and it's not for nothing you hear all the time saying if you can't pronounce the ingredients in food, you shouldn't be eating it. And I'm a big believer in that, especially like, having been letting go of the sugar and reading the ingredients, so many things that you're just like, why is there even sugar in this? And it's like the first ingredient and all of the names that sugar comes under. And I used to take yoga a long time ago when I lived in LA. And I remember one of the yoga teachers always saying that sugar is the thief of your beauty. So, cooking can be therapeutic, Lily. Like for me, it's actually meditative. I really can come home. I just start getting in touch with like the ground. I've always had this thing that makes so much sense that I should be in a Virgo and an earth sign, because I'll always feel very connected to the dirt. Not in this like dirty way, like, oh, I want dirt all over me, but no, like coming from the energy and the strength of the dirt. Yeah, sugar is the thief of your beauty. Although, darn it, it can be a good-looking one sometimes. So anyways, hi, Jen. So here we are. So I'm going to prepare. So what I'm going to do for myself is like, I'm going to put something together right now and all the little bits and pieces. And then I'm just going to make a bunch of it and pack it away. I have all of these I've been saving. This is one good thing of your takeout. I save these little thingies and make for the week. And that way I know that when I leave the house, I have my food. Now, since I told you guys that I'm going to be sort of tracking my weight and letting you know, I'm just letting you know that for right now, breakfast for me is really simple. I'm just scrambling 2 eggs and a cup of blueberries, because also you have to be careful with the sugar in lots of fruits. Lots of fruits are really delicious, but they can be high in sugar, so you need to watch them at least while you're trying to head down, and then later on, just watch how much. But you'll be eating for dinner today. Yes, you'll get to see it. Yeah, so you just have to watch with the fruit. So for right now, I'm sticking to berries. And I know it's hard because a friend of mine just came over the other day with the most fantastic watermelon juice. And that's great, but watermelon is one of the ones, watermelon and pineapple, that we have to really watch because they can be really high in sugar. So what I'm going to do is, like, I know that right now everyone, like the quinoa bowls and poke bowls and all that kind of stuff is really, really popular and really delicious. I love them. So I'm going to make I was going to say a Diana bowl, but let's call it a pinup bowl. I like that idea. It's going to be a pinup bowl. So I'm just going to start. It's going to be a base of quinoa, bunch of vegetables that I've roasted that I'm going to do with you, and some protein, because you definitely want to keep at least about 50%, if not a little bit more, of your plate should be protein, and a little bit of good starch, of your more than 50% should be vegetables, not protein, vegetables. Yes, whatever fruit watermelon and pineapple, the two, because that's what I mentioned, they're really high in sugar. They are delicious, and that watermelon juice was fantastic, but you have to be careful. So anyways, let me rephrase it. The plate has to be 50% vegetables, and then you can have a little, like 25% protein, 25% starch. So that's pretty much what we're going to do today. So I promise I've tried to keep this as simple as I can. It does require a little bit, but it's not a big deal. So what's fantastic is I'm going to have, you can see here, roasted butternut squash and broccoli. Super easy because you can buy everything, ta-da, in a bag already. I know sometimes if you're watching your wallet, it could be like, oh my gosh, these that are cut up are just a little bit more, but Trader Joe's is my best friend, and you can get these really for just like a couple of dollars, and all the work is done. I'm a big proponent of getting the more work that you can have done for yourself, the more you'll stick to it. And Trader Joe's is fantastic for that. So I just take my little sheet pan. I like to line it honestly guys, because I don't have a dishwasher, these are my dishwashers, and so if you line it, it's a lot easier. You know, a girl on the go. You gotta make happen what you can make happen. Yes, TJ's is the best. So I just lay out, I'm sorry I can't, the whole thing, it's like hard to, I don't have a camera big enough, but you know, like this, just like that, just boom, lay out the veggies. I put them together, and you can add more vegetables if you want. If you want to even cut up some bell peppers, I have, but I'm going to keep them fresh. I'm not going to roast these. I want them fresh this time because I do love having some fresh fruit, vegetables, and we're going to have avocados. So let's throw that out. So we just line up all of our fruits. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm sorry, all of our vegetables. And I have here my fun little bunch of herbs. And so a little bit of salt, again, pink Himalayan salt, I think is great. It's from Trader Joe's, and it comes with its fun little grinder. Okay, I love this stuff. Like, it goes in so many things. It's smoked Spanish paprika. I don't know if you can really see this, smoked Spanish paprika, but I'll put pictures and stuff on everything later. And this one I happen to have gotten from Fresh Direct, but you can get it around. But smoked paprika, oh, it gives such an earthy, delicious smokiness to everything. Oh, I love it, which I will also be using in the sauce that I'm making for the pinup bowl. So I just put a teeny little bit on top. Just kind of, you know, I don't know, measurements, sprinkle on top, boom, done. You know, who's got time to measure? Not me. That's probably why I don't bake. And then, oh, so I put some onion salt, onion powder and garlic powder, and a little bit of rosemary. So, can't get the top off of it. So, just sprinkle a little bit of that on top. Boom, done. Stick it in the oven. So I'm putting it at 400 for about 50 minutes. Sometimes you want to check because ovens can be different. My oven is a little bit older, and you can also depend on what you like. I kind of like it when they start to get just like the teeniest little bit burnt on top. I love that. It's got this like really intense sort of crispy, crunchy flavor. I love it. So that's in there. Set your timer for, you know, about 40 to 50 minutes. Sometimes check it. I have actually left them in an hour, and I love it. So the next thing that we're gonna get, and I promise this is like the most, everything else after this, you just put it together. Okay, maybe I lied. Maybe there's a little bit more. We need to get the chicken cooked. So I have here, I marinated overnight, right here, this chicken in a bag. So I just took a chicken breast, put it in a plastic bag. Again, mean measuring, doesn't really happen. Poured in some olive oil, again, my favorite, paprika, onion powder, garlic powder. I actually smashed up one garlic clove, stuck it in there, salt and pepper, and a little bit of lime juice. And for Trader Joe's, chili lime seasoning. I don't know if you can see this. Chili lime seasoning from Trader Joe's. Just sprinkle that all in the bag, put it in overnight, and now here we have it. Lined bag. So I'm just gonna take this whole entire thing, just take it right out of the bag like that, stick it in your lined sheet, wash your hands. Because otherwise it's sticky and gross. I'm also a crazy meat freak, so I have to wash my hands constantly. Okay, boom, there you have it. Boom. 375 for about 20 to 30 minutes. You might have to check it to make sure, you know, when you take it out, just do a little cut and make sure the juices are running clear. But 20 to 30 minutes depending on your oven, and really be careful after 30 minutes because you don't want to dry this out, because there's nothing worse than a dried out chicken breast. So you stick that in the oven. Done. The last little bit of prepping, and then I promise you guys it's super easy. And you don't have to do this for the whole week. Like, you're done for the week. Because one of the things that for me, you know, in this self-worth that we're doing, yes, oh my God, I think I wash my hands so much, I think I'm drying them out too much. I try to put lotion, but I'm always like, oh, my poor hands. Because I wash them a lot, like a lot. And I'm also one of those that I clean as I cook. Like, I can't have a huge, gigantic mess. It really makes me crazy. So thank God I have, you guys are gonna love my little heart-shaped sponges. You know, just because you don't see the behind the scenes, it doesn't mean we still can have a little style in there. So heart-shaped sponges. So anyways, okay, so I was saying self-worth, that, you know, it's a little bit of work, but, you know, as L'Oreal says, I'm worth it. I'm worth putting in this amount of time for myself. And it's something that I haven't, you know, always done, because I'm running around getting stuff outside, and it's delicious, but it's not the best food. So you know what? I'm worth putting in on my Sunday evening some time. Now, it would go a lot faster. I'm just talking to you guys a lot while I'm doing this, but I will put the steps on the post so you guys will see it's really not that big of a deal. But we do need to make the quinoa, and it's, again, super easy. So, measuring cup that's pink. See, this is really easy. It's just, and depending on how much you need to make, I'm just making for myself. So, you have 1 cup quinoa. It's really important though, you need to rinse this before you start. You kind of have to get a little bit of the starchiness off of it. So I just put it in a little strainer like this and just run it under the water. It's not a big deal. I don't want to make a bunch of things dirty. I get my little pot that's not pink. Just a quick rinse. It doesn't have to be a big deal. Stick that in my pot. And then, so usually what you want to do with quinoa is 1 part quinoa to 2 parts water. So however much you put in, then that's your ratio. So I like to add a little bit more flavor to this than just water. So 2 little things that I do. So I've got 1 cup of washed quinoa in here. And Trader Joe's, I've got organic vegetable stock. If you want to use chicken stock or beef stock, that's totally up to you. I just happen to really like this one that they have. So 2 cups of stock goes in here. Done. So one last little thing that I love to do is, because I think it gives such amazing flavor, is they have this paste. You could get it in a bunch of different flavors. It's better than bouillon. I'm using the mushroom one. The mushroom one can be a little bit harder to find, but it's so delicious, especially if you love mushroom flavor. So you just put it in. I just put a little spoonful in, no big deal. Stick it in there. I'm gonna put it on the heat. Okay. So that's on the oven. Just trust me, it's on the oven. I can't show you right now. So you just need to let that come to a boil. Once it starts boiling, you turn it all the way down to low, cover it, set your timer for 15 minutes, and it should be done. You kind of want to, I don't know if anyone cooks, you just prick it a little bit to see if all of the moisture has been absorbed the way you would do a rice. Or I guess maybe me, if you don't cook, you probably don't know, and then that's why you hire me, the Pinup Chef, to cook for you. See how I did that? See how I did that? And you're gonna get really glam cookiness in your house. Woohoo! All right, so now let's pretend all of this stuff is done. Yay, let's put our bowl together. Oh, and then you're gonna get super yummy quinoa that looks like this when it comes out. So, my little handy dandy takeout thingy. I'm gonna get a little spoon, not spoon, but like a cooking spoon. I'm just gonna do a little layer on the bottom. You kind of, you know, do it however you would like, but don't go overboard because, well, I'm just gonna speak about me. Everyone is on their thing. I'm in a weight loss thing, so I want to limit just how much kind of a starchiness that I have in my food. So even though this is also a protein, you just kind of want to watch it. So I have just a little bit. Now I'm just going to layer on top my yummy broccoli. Put a pretty little layer like that. I have my butternut squash. Gonna do a little rainbow right next to that. Cool. Then, like I told you, I'm gonna put in 2 bell peppers, but I want them fresh. I don't want them cooked, so I've already washed them. I'm gonna take out the little inside ribs. And I always cut this little part too because it's great. So I'm just gonna do little strips, then just make nice little bite-sized pieces. You don't have to be too perfect with this, it doesn't matter. Put those right there in the bowl as well. Actually, I'm going to save that a little bit for later. I'm going to put some more of the red. I also like, you know they say eat the rainbow? Eat a rainbow. I like it. I think it's beautiful. It just makes everything just look so amazing when it's so colorful. So I do get that. All right. There you go. Those are cut up. Put those right there. Make a little nice little rainbow. So we can see how cute that's sort of coming along already. And then I can't live without an avocado. So we got some avocado going in there. And it's a really good fat for you, especially, this is what I've been told right now that I'm on the, major, the quinoa's boiling. So, excuse me for a second. That's it, just turned it around. I've put it all the way down to low, and that's just gonna do its thing for 15 minutes. Okay, so what I was saying is that I've been told right now, especially since I'm, cutting the sugar out, that healthy fats can kind of be a good way to sort of help, help the craving or help you with that. I don't know how else you want to say it. And since I happen to love avocados, I'm like, well, okay. So I just take the avocado, cut it up like that. Yum. Make a little space in my bowl. Add that right there. And now we have the yummy chicken that prepared earlier, but it's ready for you guys now. And it smells so amazing because, oh my gosh, the little pieces of garlic and everything, I just took them out and stuck them. So I'm just gonna cut a little bit. I had one breast, and so I'm just going to use half of that breast for one little bowl, one pinup bowl. Oh, so it's like a half-breasted pinup. Whatever, I told you. It's gonna be some geekiness around here. So anyways, there we go. That is cut. Put that in my little bowl. Perfect. Get this out of the way. Let me wash my hands one last time. We're gonna make the sauce. And then you just put the sauce on this, or you can get a little tiny container and put the sauce last minute if you're taking this out with you. And I like to do that because even though it's not lettuce, it won't wilt as much. I just still like to put the sauces in that last. And so here we go. Totally cute little bowl. And I'm gonna fill these up for the rest of the, for the rest of the week. So here is what I have for my handy dandy little sauce that I am so crazy obsessed with. The ingredients for this sauce is I like grapeseed Vegenaise mayonnaise. Looks like I said that wrong. So it's mayonnaise made out of grapeseed. Trader Joe's, the coconut aminos. Oh, I'm obsessed with this. It's so good. Garlic powder, onion powder, my favorite, smoked paprika, and salt. And again, I make it easy. I'm just gonna take a little bit, and I kind of like, again, I don't measure. I just put it to where it's not super runny, but a little bit of a consistency of salad dressing. So I got a little bit of the Vegenaise, the coconut aminos. Can put those in there. I'm gonna keep this because I might have to see if I need more. Oh, my smoked paprika that I love. Stick that in there. Little garlic powder. That might have been more than a little. And a teeny bit of onion. Now, if you want like a yummy little sweet tang to this, I put in coconut sugar, but I don't know if I'm gonna do it this time. So we do that. And this is where you can get out some aggressions because I just closed this up, and which is great because I'm going to keep this in the refrigerator like this and give it a good shake. Boom! Dressing's done. There you go. So let me get another little spoon to taste. Now, if you're making this for people, you have to be careful because you need to taste what you're making when you're cooking to make sure you have salt and stuff like that correct. And so sometimes I do taste just with a spoon like this. It's just for me, so it's okay. But I have to be careful because sometimes I'll do that and want to taste again, but I'm making it for other people. And I'm like, oh my God, no, I almost double dipped. So be careful. So, oh my God, you guys, I love that. I love that so much. I'll definitely put the recipe on that. I love that dressing. All right, so not gonna double dip in front of you guys. My yummy little bowl is all done. Well, it's more of a tray, square. Just pour a little bit of this over it. Not too much because, or me, again, I'm always in the context of I need to lose weight. So I do need to watch what I'm doing, but everything else is really clean food, so I don't have to worry about it too much. And with that, ta-da! Your bowl for the week is ready. Well, once you pack all them all up and, put your little lid on it, boom, stick it in your bag, and off you go. You have like however many days. I try not to go maybe making something for more than 4 days ahead of time because things can, they can get a little wonky. I would definitely, everything in here is pretty much okay, except for the avocado. I would put the avocado in, just slice that little bit every morning if you're going to take it for lunch or if you're going to have it right before dinner. Just slice that little bit just before you have it. And then that's it. The pinup bowl is done. You take a nice little mixture of rainbow. I'm going to take a little one so I can still talk to you guys. Oh my God, I love this. I love this so much. Oh, I really think that sauce You double dip the chip. I double dipped the chip. Oh yeah, I have. Oops. So yeah, so there you go, guys. This is the beginnings. I'm gonna do it together. This is what I'm gonna have this week. Make all my little bowls because I have a bunch of stuff here, and I have what's cooking right now. And I think that that's really the best way to stay on top of it. Again, there's a little bit of work involved, but it's part of our self-worth. We're worth it. I'm worth it. I need to do it. And I'll be letting you guys know the progress, you know, like every week. Yes, Lily, thank you for being here with me. Yes, shut up. Yes, Jen. I'll probably be doing like weekly weigh-ins, and I'll either tell you or put it on the post, and we're going to do this together. And like I said, for this, right, I don't have a problem with eating the same thing for a few days in a row just because it's easy. And actually, I don't even have a problem with it. I know some people, oh my gosh, they can't eat the same thing every day. And that's fine. And if you want, and I have cooked for people that way, something different. But again, this is me, what I'm doing for myself. Oh my gosh, my cousin in Sweden is watching. Oh my God, cuz! Oh my God, I might be going to Croatia with Dad. Sorry, I might be going, I don't know. Anyways, really not the place to talk about it. But anyways, so, okay, now family's watching. Now all of a sudden I got nervous. Anyways, there you go. So as I was saying, I will be checking in with you guys, letting you know my progress, all my numbers, and we're gonna keep going. And if there's anything you'd like to know how to make, or make less fat or less calories, or swap out different fats, I do that all the time, and especially right now, since that's a big priority for me, I'll be doing it. But otherwise, you can definitely keep in touch here on the Pinup Chef Facebook page. I'm also on Instagram, the Pinup Chef NYC, and you can also check out my website, thepinupchef.com. Well, I'll also be blogging a little bit more in detail, as if I didn't talk enough on this, about food and different things that are going on as the weeks go on, and talk to you more about the wonderful self-worth that we'll be doing. Oh, Lily says she used to be addicted to sugar and now I don't miss it. I honestly am looking forward to getting to that space, because, you know, oh God, that sugar. And it's not like I'm eating things that are necessary for my life. It's, cause it's, you know, cake. I don't need cake to survive. You really don't. That's not mandatory, but it sure is good. So anyways, all right. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'm so glad to have you all here. And I can't wait to see you next week, and I will put the recipe and all the instructions for this on the post. So tune in next week to thepinupchef.com, and well, this is a Facebook, so Facebook the Pinup Chef. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. Thank you.